important as well to, I think, have other things in this business so that your whole life, so your wins and your losses aren't wrapped up solely in this career, which is often losing or rejection or self-deprecating or making you feel bad about yourself because you're not blonde, blue-eyed, thin, tall, what else? A man, like, right?
Yeah.
Like, so having other things that fulfill you so that you're not living your whole life solely thinking, oh my God, if I don't get this job, my life is over.
So I see the blessing in, when everything was taken, seemingly everything was taken away from me. I really heard the quote of just like when God takes everything away, it's because he wants to talk to you.
Right.
And I was like, at a certain point, you just see me sitting on my couch going, okay, so Dion's working in Stratford. No boyfriend. All my friends are working. Family's far out. Nothing to do. What do you want to talk about? It was that time alone, that solitude, that really helped clarify. So when things started getting busy again, and dreams start coming true, I didn't look at it like you're the reason I'm happy. It was more, I'm happy, so of course these things
are happening.
You know what I mean? Like, I found something within myself, and that's very attractive to anybody, and I don't mean that in a vain way.
No,
it's just when you find
the world. That is the world.
It's so
positive attracts positive.
Yeah.
It's those life hack.
That's pretty much all of my casting on TV. Every I've never actually officially booked I think I've maybe booked one recurring role, but somehow
they just keep bringing you back.
I've just kept being brought. By the end of it, I was like, guys, I think I got a series because I did all the episodes, and they're just like, but I didn't know it at the time. At the time, it was just, you're gonna do 2 episodes, and I was like, yes. And then I was like, can you come back for the 3rd? And I was like, absolutely. He was like, can you come back for the 4th? I was like, get out of here. Of course I can come back for the 4th. It was like, how much do the
next one? Let me skip my schedule. Let me clear my schedule.
And everybody, like, scripts would come out every week, and everybody would be like, did I get a script? And I wouldn't even care if I got a script, because I was just like, can you believe they put me in an episode again? There's also that, like, appreciation rather than expecting things. And I think I personally just really, I stay focused on that course, because the minute I even hear, like, a thought that's in, like, but I should have, and what about, homie, don't play that. It's just got no. It's just got no.
In living color.
I've just got no patience for myself with that attitude, because you're lucky I gave you anything at all.
Thank you, Jesus.
You're lucky I gave you anything at all. I shifted everything. I was like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go live my life. I'm sitting here waiting. I'm sitting here, putting things on hold. And I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. And I just, took off. And the irony is, chicken or the egg, like, is it because I left and grew as a human being, or is it because I, left, and they see that as,
oh my gosh,
she left and she's in LA now, and she's on this show and that show, and she's doing this, and it's like, and you can't see the everyday life of that Toronto actor to just keep them where you've always seen them. And so I came back and was really blessed with just getting some wonderful offers, and it was just like, that is very, very kind of you. But I never need work. Ironically enough, I know I'm that crazy person who I'm just like, money has just always shown up.
That's God.
No, but it really is. Money has always just shown up. I've always somehow paid my bills. I've always somehow had enough, and enough to be generous and, treat a friend to dinner or coffee or whatever. Like, I've always had enough for that. So I was like, so what am I stressing about with that, considering it's actually never happened? I've never been destitute. I've never been, left with nothing in the tank. And if I had nothing in the tank, then it's like, then I didn't need it. Somehow you're just like, look at that. Somebody's picking me up.
Right. I didn't need the cab.
I didn't need, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing is, so that's another thing of, like, changing my view of success is kind of like, if I have what I need when I need it, then I'm successful. If I don't have it, I don't need it. And if we take it day by day, we can build up a reserve of, that positive energy, and that momentum will build and create something wonderful down the road where you're like, I got a check. Can you believe it? I got a check for a movie I did forever ago. Like, and you're like, how do you explain that? And actors especially I've always wondered why actors are taught that like money is such a scarce commodity with actors, when we're genuinely the only people on, like, the fewest people on the planet who can say literally checks could just show up for no reason. For no reason. Like residual checks, a commercial you did 5 years ago they brought back into circulation, or you know what I mean? Like whatever. Like, we are the people who are just like, I literally just got checks in the mail. And you're just like, from what? A gig I did 5 years ago.
Remember that time?
I don't even remember it. I say all of this based on the experiences that I've had. And that, to me, is the only thing that genuinely teaches people, because I could tell you forever and a day to be like, you know what, if you see no money in your bank account, it's fine. You don't need it. I can tell you that forever and a day. But if you haven't lived through the experience of, if I don't have it, I don't need it, and that being proved right over and over and over again, then you're gonna stress about it. You're gonna stress about it. And if you have had the experience that I have, you're gonna stop stressing about it, because you're like, you know, I've never really been that broke. Like, I've made myself feel that broke, but there's a whole level of broke that people are experiencing.
That are for reals.
That's for reals. And then those people, there's a whole level of broke that they don't even know.
Yeah.
You're like, you mean you're Western broke. You're Western civilization broke. Oh, I get it.
Right.
You have shoes though, right?
Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode of the Blacktor Studio.
I love like working on my motion comic, which is, you know, making a comic book into a little mini movie, and I voice it. What? And you know, and
what are you talking about? We have to get to this. We're not even talking about that.